Welcome back to Omnifactory. Today we're going to solve this tree problem. I have for a while ignored this. It has no hoe, no axe, no seeds. Well, the seeds, it's got saplings, but that's irrelevant. It has no hoe or axe, and we can get that improved quite a lot. Now we're at this point in the pack, we can create the dark backhoe. It's just some dark steel and a diamond hoe. Already did that off camera, and you'll see, however, to upgrade it to empowered, it requires vibrant crystals on 4 levels. Now, vibrant crystals are not hard to make. We already make them for our what's the stuff called for here? Dew of the Void, whatever it's called. Yeah, Dew of the Void. Okay, so let's put that back. Yeah, so vibrant crystals are not a problem, but getting the XP is a bit of a problem because I don't go mining this pack and I don't get the XP from anywhere else. We don't need a mob farm. We're doing a lot of automation stuff. So instead, we're going to do a bit of a workaround. So out here, I then went and crafted one of these, Advanced Fluid Extractor, and into that I've got importing extraterrestrial matter. That's great, we get it for free, and also it is then generating liquid XP. This is what it does. It then exports that back into the system, and the system can then use it. So what you might think if you look through JEI is that you can make something like an experience solidifier like this. It works by converting your player XP into solidified XP. It doesn't convert liquid XP into solidified XP. I would like it if it did that, but it doesn't. So I'll get my 1 level back. I'm going to want some more levels, and that's not much of an issue to do. If we just get, I think it's, let's just get a lathe, make some vibrant rods. Let's just take a look at that. Vibrant. Yeah, you give me a rod or 2. There we go. And we can make an experience rod from Ender.io. So right click on a fluid tank containing liquid XP to gain levels. Shift right click to transfer levels to the tank. So we just have to right click. The experience rod can go here. And back here, you'll see I have a fluid tank. And we have the ME export bus, basically dumping stuff from the system in here. And we can right click and gather levels. Good. So that is available whenever I actually need levels. And that should then let me upgrade my the backhoe, hopefully. 1 and a vibrant crystal. And now you're empowered. And we can upgrade it. We do need a basic RF capacitor and 8 levels to go up to empowered 2. Let's just take a look at what that actually takes to craft. So, basic RF capacitor. Our system can already make those quite easily, so I'm just going to need 8 levels. And we'll get to that, so 4 clicks should do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. I assume it's going to go up to 12 levels next. Let's just see. Are you taking a while to craft? Oh, it's making electrical steel. Okay, that should be done now, though. It can only make them in 2s, but other than that, we're fine. And we're probably going to need another vibrant crystal, because if we need to make an axe, it's probably going to be the same kind of stuff here. So let's just grab that. And this, and empowered 2. So that is up to 150,000. And the third one is double layer RF capacitor. Okay, fine. So we'll just get the system to make that cap. Acetor, double layer. And you're almost certain the third one's going to be an octadic. So we will make one of those in a second. There's the double layer. And what do we need? How many levels did we need for that? 12. Oh, of course we did. I should have probably put that experience solidifier up there next to the anvil, but I'll do that later. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's really kind of handy. Not sure we're going to run out anytime soon, given the amount of extraterrestrial matter is. Let's look at extraterrestrial. We have 29,000 of it, so I don't think I'm going to run out of XP anytime soon. So 1 and 2, and enchantment cost. That's empowered 3, and then an octadic, of course it is. So octadic. And I'll get that done off camera. So we'll get that done. I did also want to look at maybe a dark axe, though. An axe of some kind. Dark steel axe, maybe? No, dark steel, 1 word. Yeah, 1 word. Lumber axe. I'm not sure if that counts. Let's just look at axes. Is there a dark steel version in here? Steel axe, maybe? Just the dark steel lumber axe from Lumberjack mod. No, I want specifically Ender.io stuff. So let me just look through the Ender.io. Let me just look at those tools and see if I can find it. And of course, it's just called the axe. It has no dark steel in it whatsoever. However, you can empower it with the same method as before. So we'll just get the system to craft some dark steel, and we just need 3 ingots of it. I needed some nuggets for the backhoe, but for this is fine, so we'll get those crafted. It'll take it a little while to do them. Are we done with the octadic yet? Oh, octadic. Yes, we are. Good. I did do it in ones, so how many levels is this going to take? 16. Okay, back in a second. All crafted, and I've gone through the first few levels of this, so we can just finish this off with a dark axe, an octadic, and we should get both of those. So they are going to be charging now, I imagine. Yep, it's charging up. And they're both up to 1,000,000 power, basically, RF storage, and that will do for me. So let's just put them in here. Hopefully they will both work. Backhoe and axe, and off it goes. And that's going to start using capacity. And that is still... well, it's not using up power just yet. It has to wait for plants to grow, so it's on demand. It used up 83,000 to get started with the axe to chop everything down. So, yeah, it'll do for now. We are going to be able to just detect on that sort of thing. Once this gets to 0, we can create a filter that pulls them out on 0, puts them into a charger of some kind that's here, and then once they're full, pushes them backwards. I'm not going to worry about that. It's a straightforward change, and I kind of like the fact it doesn't fill up my system entirely with wooden resin. I do need a lot of resin, but you can have a look here. I've only got 800 wood so far, but that will quickly pile up with that system continuing. So that's good to get started with the rest of the episode. I do also have this quest to do, which is moon dust. You do, however, to get this done, you need to have 400 EU per tick, which means you need a high voltage to get moon dust from the moon turf. So for that, we're going to need a macerator, and we're going to need a very, very high voltage one, or at least compared to what we previously had. And that's missing a few things we do not have: diamond grinding head and small stainless steel gear. I assume small stainless steel gears are just like a hammer and stainless steel plate. Yeah, we can just do that. So stainless steel. Let me just get a couple, because I still haven't made mass amounts of stainless steel, as you can see. That will do. We'll just craft those. What was that? Diamond grinding gear? Let's just grab this first and make up. Grab a hammer. One we go there. So there's our 2 gears. Diamond grinding wheel. You'd assume that's going to be diamond bonded to ceramic of some kind. Diamond dust, steel. Okay, that actually should be quite simple. Let's just tell the system to be able to make them, actually. There we go. Hopefully we've got some slots available. Molecular assembler, we got 1 or 2. Yeah, a couple more. Okay. And now we should be able to tell the system just to make the macerator. Yeah. Now you're missing other stuff. Diamond dust is easy enough. Charcoal's easy enough. Stainless steel, I just need to go and basically make some more. I suspect I'll need more nickel anyway, so I'll get that done in the background and we'll come back shortly. And our macerator is now done, so we can pop this down. I'm going to put it on this high voltage line here. We're only using it for a chemical reactor. That's done, and we'll just get it to start converting across moon turf. So that's going to take a little while. We can, of course, then configure it to auto output. So if we just go to the bottom, and I'll just hook it up the rest of our AE system with some kind of, well, we'll just go with an interface, to be honest. Let's just grab, where's my steel wrench? There it is. So we're going to output to the bottom of an interface. It should be crafting one. Yeah, it's crafting one still. And I'll just hook that up to AE2, and we can basically export to it using the export bus or whatever we need to, and get moon dust back. Aside from the automatic side of things, we can just get some moon dust straight away, which will get us the last quest in that top right corner, I think. Deuterium. Yep, there we go. So we can claim that, and good. Is there anything else in here useful for modularity? We've already made that, of course. That's not really much of a problem. So that's all that top right corner done. The miscellaneous stuff in the middle here, well, there's more blast furnaces, so we can do that at some point. There is this distillation tower that we haven't done, which is a much better way of getting various other things that we've been doing just by, you know, for example, over here, we've been basically fermenting sugarcane, fermenting biomass and then getting ammonia and methanol and stuff like that. We can get that via the distillation tower a little bit easier. However, it does need a different sort of construction. We need 18 clean stainless steel casings, and each one of those needs stainless steel plates and stainless steel frames. So we're going to need 6 batches of these. So we're going to need 6 times 6 times 6, so 36 stainless steel plates. So I've been making up some stainless steel. It is, well, it's getting there, but not just yet. So let's just get 36 and get them automatically done into plates while I just do the rest. And is it stainless steel frames? Can we make them? It looks like we can. So if we need 6 batches of those as well, we're just going to need 4 more. And that's also going to be stainless steel plates. So I may need to just do a couple more things, but that should get us going. And then the last thing is the distillation tower. The rest we've already made before. For the most part, yeah. For the quest, we need certain things, but we may not need that particular tier of, we don't need medium voltage or low voltage tier for actually assembling the block itself. Distillation tower needs a few things, but it's not stuff that we're unknown to. Yeah, so let's just get that actually put into the system, and that will tell me exactly what I need. So, distillation tower. And let's just get that encoded. Put it into our system. I wish there was a button to dump. If it was in this mode, if there's a button here to dump it into the next available molecular assembler interface, that'd be really nice. If there's a developer of AE2 watching, because that's always what's always needed. And if it's in this mode, then you just make the button disappear because this is going to be manual for machines. Regardless, let's see what the system says we need. We need aluminium and processor assemblies, and that's pretty much it. Aluminium. We've got a bunch of it just as a byproduct, so I'm just going to dump a few stacks into our second furnace. And you can all go in there, start processing. Thank you. That shouldn't take very long at all. And we'll just grab that interface. Now it's done. And we're going to pop over here. And we just basically select auto output. Put our interface here. It should start appearing. It does. And then we just need to cable up with regular glass cable. So, yeah, over that goes. And I do need to need this cable up. I know, guys, I know, but at the same time, I'm trying to do daily episodes. It's not always compatible. Regardless, this should be easy enough to hook up to here. There it goes. So that should automatically be providing Moondust to our system, or at least we haven't put an export to it yet, so it's not processing all the stuff. It's processing enough for us to get started. Let's just see. Moondust? Yeah, so it's all being provided in there. Good. All right. How are you with crafting? You've done everything that I needed. Refined. I'm probably going to need to craft some of these. It's going to need some plastic circuit boards and bits and pieces. I'll come back in a second once that's finished. And then we need to wait for those stainless steel plates to finish crafting. And then we'll get the sort of basic form of a distillation tower. We haven't, however, created a large stainless steel pipe before. We've only created a normal kind, and the only way you can create this is an extruder, so we may as well make one of those. And that's going to need some wire cutters and another one of these NT shape plates. So I went and did those, so the wire cutters are easy enough. And there we go, we've got the extruder shape plate. We do, however, need the extruder itself. Have I put the recipe in? I have. What are you short of? Some cupronickel wire and some electronic circuits. Yep, that's easy enough to create. I'll go and create that and put it down somewhere in medium voltage tier. I did also, MV extruder. I did also go and start putting down a stainless steel casing. This is a multi-block structure. Our energy input hatch is going to be at the back here, just like normal. I switched this over from a CFHV to just regular RF. It can actually deal with that. However, this is going to be a distillery, and although it starts at 3x3, leave room above, because every layer that you don't collect from is going to basically get voided. So we're going to have an output liquid here and here and here, etc. And the higher you build it, the more output you'll actually get. But for the time being, I just need to get that extruder set up. And we should be ready to finish this off now. I've got a few quick things placed. I've got the distillery block itself. We've got output hatches, fluid. There is in the middle at the bottom, just underneath. Let's pop down. There is right in there, fluid input hatch, again LV. so don't forget that. And at the back I've got HV fluid, energy input hatch. So we should be ready to do this with just a, did I not craft the output bus? Just in case there is any solids. Output bus, you can get crafted, there we go. And then we just need 2 more of the stainless for the top. There it goes, it's crafted. And we have a distillation tower running on HV and now idling. So that is that done. To start off with, however, we can only really use it for something as simple as ethanol because we don't have any more layers of it. Now, to increase the layers isn't actually terribly hard from now. Let's just get this ethanol first of all. So in the distillation tower, you can input fermented biomass, let's say a bucket of it, and you'll see we get a few things out. Now, depending on how high your distillation tower, depends on what it actually just throws out and what it actually just discards. So, to get started, we're probably going to get water and ethanol out on this current height of stuff. If we have any fermented biomass, do I have enough for a bucket anywhere? Well, not exactly. Well, maybe. Let me just grab some from various places and let's see if we got enough for a bucket. 800. Yeah, we've got enough there. Okay, so if we put fermented biomass into this thing, my fluid input hatch is underneath. That's slightly annoying. This is going to be automatic, but fluid input, fermented biomass, and is that now just processing automatically? Says idling. Does it really need a mode, a circuit selector of some kind? And of course the answer as usual, as some of you might have spotted, is I just simply forgot to hook it up to power. At least I hope that's the problem. And there it is, it's running. Good. So we got that running and it's already outputting. So should be outputting here. No, in fact, no, we get acetic acid first and water. So it is going from left to right on that chart. So ethanol. Yep, so here we go. So yes, fermented biomass produces acetic acid, then water, then ethanol, up to methanol, ammonia, carbon dioxide, and then methane at the very top for 1 bucket of fermented biomass. We can also have a look at other recipes, I guess. Back a second. Does it give us any recipes? Yeah, so creosote, hydrocracked. Well, there's a lot of recipes actually. I'm more interested in the one that outputs fairly large amounts of ingredients. That's naphtha. We are going to be needing that, so we're going to have to think about using this later. Interesting, same thing there. Steam cracked fuel gets us heavy fuel, toluene, butene, benzene, propane. Yes, lots and lots of stuff. So I think we're going to need to build our tower. So let's just see. If this is 12 total, I'm not sure if it's ever going to output 12, but that means we need a 13 high tower just to get every possible recipe out of this if we want it. So that is something to work on slowly, I think, because stainless steel takes a while to actually produce. But we do have a distillation tower running now. Good. Even though the Ender Hook has been pretty good for travelling, I think I'm going to eventually go to the Staff of Travelling itself. It is an item rather than just being, you know, sort of implicit in my inventory, but, ooh, and it also shows up for you. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's actually a target mean I can go across to another world, but this should let me travel forwards. Whoops. Yeah, as long as I've got power, that is. Without too much of a big deal, because it's going to get charged by this huge flux capacitor in our inventory. And only problem is it seems to go through walls occasionally. Maybe I just need to build things bigger. Anyway, I'm just going to upgrade that using the same process as before. Capacitors, we've got a double layer, and we'll tell the system to make an octadic. And that will get everything running. And we'll get it up to whatever we need. Is it is that 12 levels and 16 levels? So, yep. And 12, that'll get us up to Empowered 3. Just to keep a larger amount of storage in it. I'm not sure it actually sends us any longer range, but it's fine otherwise. So let's just put in our Staff of Travelling and our double layer. And it's Empowered 3. So just need a final layer and we should be done with that. Cool. And just as a test, yep, I can right-click straight to this. This is sort of a location. Normally, however, you're not going to use those. I put the spacesuit on just in case it actually automatically teleported us to the moon, not something I actually want. We can use better things than that, however, for the rest of our base. If you want to do that, if you have a look at the telepad recipe, you'll see the telepad recipe also includes these travel anchors, and the travel anchors are the things that let you put them down all over your base and immediately skip to them rather than having to teleport around to random places. So the system can obviously make those, and that is something we'll just do in the background. So that's all done. We've got the Staff of Travel up to Empowered 4, so everything is pretty good there. Yeah. Okay, so this episode is going to be a bit of a shorter one than normal. I do occasionally do shorter ones, and that's just because we've got a few definitive things done, really mainly completing this tab. There's a little bits and pieces, but nothing in here that I don't think will unlock anything. 64k item storage would be nice, but it isn't needed just yet. 16k fluid, 64k fluid, etc. And more blast furnaces, we can just build them whenever we actually want to, so that's no big deal. That leaves us pretty much straight into mid-game and unlocking the rest of mid-game. We'll see we have Vacuum Freezer. That is something we've sort of already got, but we can get the quest done next episode, and just going through tier 4 circuits, etc., and see how big this tab is once we actually fill it in. So I hope you'll join me for that, for some more Omnifactory. If you like the episode, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time for some more of this. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to click on the bell if you want notifications for more episodes. And that's all from me. See you next time.